Some see nothing more than life and death. They are dead, for they have no dreams.
I've always been a dreamer, even when my words say otherwise. My dream still lingers, a flame that cannot be extinguished no matter how much I try to deny it. I cannot claim it as purely and confidently as Luffy when he exclaims, but I know that it is there in my being at all times. It drives me even if I try to ignore its lofty placement. I've always wanted to be a content creator, to make videos on the internet. It's been my dream since I was a kid watching Minecraft videos, and it has refused to die ever since. Even when I was in high school, where being a YouTuber became an uncool thing to do, the dream still lingered in my mind. Even when I'm fully aware there are much safer jobs to have, my dream still holds power over me. I'm not special in that regard. There are countless people who want the same thing as me. But for all of us, that dream has only gotten harder to achieve.
Dreams breathe life into men, and can cage them in suffering.
The struggle of making videos to a small audience is a suffocating one at times, pouring hours and hours into something only a few people will see. That will only make a baby step towards my dream. Life is full of those baby steps, but the human brain wants the effort to equal the reward. Is this my cage of suffering? Am I trapped to repeat the cycle for the rest of my life? Will I be chasing a dream that's never truly achievable? Or will I compromise for the next best thing?
私もともとアイドル志望だったんだ。でもいろいろあって挫折しちゃって。
Now that I'm an adult, I'm acutely aware of how unfeasible my dream is as it stands. Unless I somehow explode in popularity, I'll continue slowly crawling towards milestones. I'm not young enough, and I'm already too jaded to just throw myself at my dream with reckless abandon. A dream can't pay the bills. I'm in a spiral of job hunting while hoping that maybe this will all pay off. Maybe I won't have to keep getting rejected by every job I apply to. Maybe I can have a job that I would actually enjoy doing instead of compromising for the sake of security. Because let me tell you, job hunting is a depressing task. Constant rejections, being constantly underpaid. It's just banging your head against a wall, hoping maybe one day the wall will break. I'm envious of someone like Luffy who has the confidence and ability to earnestly and confidently pursue his dream. He's free to move forward as fast as possible, but I am not granted that luxury. Don't get me wrong, I still love how purely optimistic One Piece is about following your dreams, but it is a painful feeling reading it sometimes for that same reason. And sometimes I hit the breaking point.
Maybe I'm one of those people that has always wanted to do it, but it's like a pipe dream for me.
My favorite scene in the 2016 movie La La Land is where Mia is back at her home after basically giving up on her dream. But she receives some good news from Sebastian that she's finally gotten an audition from someone who liked her play. But Mia's too beaten down, and she utters some of the most relatable lines for me specifically.
Because they think it hurts a little bit too much.
I remarked to myself a lot that I grew up in the generation that didn't fully understand the internet. We didn't have words like social comparison as much. We didn't understand just how bad things could get. I was in the peak of my adolescence seeing all these creators that were better than me, and that was incredibly discouraging for someone so focused on himself and struggling with finding a place that he could feel wanted. I tried to push on repeatedly, but sometimes it just hurt too much. I couldn't keep making videos no one saw, not even the friends that I told them about. I had no support system. I just had my solitary journey towards my dream. That's why I love Sebastian in this scene, and really La La Land as a whole. It acknowledges that we are dreamers, and that's a hard life to live. But we can make it with support from others. We need that support to help us navigate the trenches of our dreams. Without that, we will drown so much quicker. Sebastian in that scene is the support system I would have loved in my life. It's also probably why I find him so attractive, but that's besides the point. I've never had anyone to support me with my dreams. I've only ever really felt strife or indifference. I didn't have a Straw Hat crew to support me, or even a Sebastian. I just had myself. People would say they were excited for me or happy for me, but no one ever really showed up. Sebastian's biggest mistake in La La Land is that he doesn't show up for Mia when she needs him most. We need people to show up for us, to be there to show that they care about what we've poured our souls into, to back up the words of support with an action, to be there for us in the times of need. But even amidst all this strife, I've kept getting back up, because I'm always a struggler who refuses to give up while I walk my own path. And characters like Guts have always been pillars I look toward to reassure me that I'm able to continue walking. He's a character I've connected to because of his struggles. The entirety of Berserk is Guts pushing himself to survive longer, even as life keeps trying to defeat him. Fortunately for me, I don't have life or death riding on my situation, but looking at Guts, I'm inspired. He survives the struggles and strifes and reminds me that
I'm sure you'll overcome this. You'll walk again. Soon.